Good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report. On Saturday, we talked about Kansas City Chiefs beating the Las Vegas Raiders 31-13. The Chiefs clinched the number one seed. The Titans lose to the Chargers, fumble, then the Jaguars picked it up. The Jags sacked them. Jags took it all the way back for a touchdown. Josh Allen was a fumble recovery person. Rashawn Jenkins forced out the fumble on the quarterback when he had the ball in his hands. The Buffalo Bills win over the Patriots because of two return touchdowns. Nakeem Hicks, he put 14 points up on the board. Bills 35-22. Bills earn the second seed. If the Bills go to the AFC Championship and Chiefs go to the AFC Championship, it will be played at a neutral site. There was only 4 punt returns this year. The Bills, Nakeem Hines, had 2 of them in one game. The Cincinnati Bengals get a big win over the Baltimore Ravens. It shrunk to 11, but the final score was about 11, 31-20. With the Dolphins over the Jets, Miami clinches a playoff spot because of the Patriots losing. Pittsburgh Steelers could have got in, but they would have had to have both the Miami Dolphins and Patriots lose. So this game became mute. Pittsburgh, though, beats Cleveland 28-14. The Houston Texans beat the Indianapolis Colts, and the Bears losing to the Vikings 29-13. The Bears get the number 1 overall seed. The Saints lose to the Panthers, doesn't matter, game 10-7. The Buccaneers play their starters for the first part of the game, and then second string and third string. Because of that, the Buccaneers have already won the division at a not-so-good season, 8-9, 30-17. They will be the 4th seed, if that tells you how bad the AFC South was this year, or NFC South was this year. Eagles get the number 1 seed as a win over the Giants 22-16. The San Francisco 49ers, the 2 seed, beating the Arizona Cardinals 38-13. We'll go over all this at the end. Seahawks beat the Rams on the last second field goal. Jason Myers missed it the first time. Jason Myers knocked it through the second time, which was revenge. We said they missed it at the end of the fourth quarter. Or no, let's go to the Sunday night game. Green Bay and Lions. The Lions could not, because of the Seattle win. The Packers are not in the playoffs because they lost to the Lions. The Packers had 2 field goals. The Lions had 3. First touchdown to make it 13-9. The Packers would score a touchdown to make it 16-13. And with 5:55 to go, the Lions would score again on a long drive, 13-yard drive. Jamal Williams once again from the 1. At the end, Aaron Rodgers threw a pick, which finished the game. Lions win. Lions just came just short from the playoffs. The Buccaneers will play the Cowboys. 7 Seattle, 2 San Francisco, 4:30 Fox Saturday. San Francisco grabbed the first 2 this year. Chargers at Jacksonville, NBC. Chargers are 5, Jacksonville 4. Jaguars went on a rout this year. Dolphins, Bills. The Bills and Dolphins split the series. The question will be, will Tua Tagovailoa play? Giants, Vikings. Giants edged them out by a squid, 27-24. Giants are 6, Vikings are 3, 4:30 p.m. Fox. Ravens, Bengals, 8:15 Sunday night on NBC. The Bengals won the game yesterday, pretty much, as we mentioned, the score. The game was pretty easy for the Bengals over the Ravens. Cowboys at Buccaneers. We had the Cowboys and Buccaneers meet up week 1. The Buccaneers won that game. The Chiefs and Eagles had the bye. The national championship of TCU Horned Frogs. TCU's Max Duggan had a solid season. Stetson Bennett was up for the Heisman. He went to the Heisman Trophy ceremony. Quentin Johnson is one of the reasons why TCU is in the national championship. Coach Herman saw a dunk from him from TCU The coach said, "I want that guy. He's tall. He's the tallest wide receiver on either team. He's 6'4", 215. Should be the first wide receiver taken off the board." This is according to ESPN. TCU is no better than 78th in the league in category. They aren't winning this game on defense. Now, they played a better game against Michigan and obviously won that game in a surprise game. Georgia has the best defense in the country. That's the reason they win. In my book, they win 27-17. Game time is 6:30, 7:30. Texans fire Lovie Smith. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Review.
Money.
I've got
one thing we should talk about is what do you think about it's kind of sad. I'm a Mississippi State fan, so what do you think about Mike Leach? That's pretty rough. He was he influenced the air raid offense, the modern football.
Yeah,
and really funny guy. So I mean that sucks, and it's tragic because it seemed like he was in good spirits. Health looked okay, and then just like that snap. It's crazy. So that really sucked.
it seemed like in time he improved as a human being. I wasn't so impressed with the human being at the guy at the time I was taking at Texas Tech.
Yeah, you're a little bit older than me, so you probably remember that a little bit more. I remember that's like right when I first started watching football. It was like I really got into football like around the season before the season where the Michael Crabtree play against Texas, where like Texas ranked 2, Oklahoma was ranked 3, and Texas Tech was ranked like 5 or something.
Yeah, and then I also think that he was I don't know, but he did improve his
Do you want to share why you thought that? I mean, there might be reasons. I don't remember that too well. So
just because he treated his kid wrong, and I do think that maybe he came out with it and maybe wanted to get a little revenge against his dad, but he also was rumored to be locking kids in cages, and
wow.
So that's pretty.
What do you mean? Like his own son? Did his own son play at Texas Tech or something?
His own son played at Texas Tech, so that was.
What happened there?
I guess he got. They also locked people in cages, like to discipline their players.
I don't know anything about that, but that might be BS, dude. I feel like if like that happened in 07, like the guy would be in like jail or something. Like I don't know. Like
yeah, I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff that happens in college football. Like so, like Micah Parsons, like accused of like doing crazy shit in like the showers at Penn State. Like who knows? But I don't think that would really happen. It might just be he's like a one thing about Mike Leach you could say is that he's like a very like he's not afraid to like say what he wants, which is like a good thing and a bad thing, right? Like in today's country, like you remember like in interviews like these kids with their fat little girlfriends like focus too much on that or whatever. Like he'll just say whatever he wants. Or there's like things where like political things he'll say whatever he wants, and it is what it is. I'm sure a lot of these college football coaches, they have so much power and so much control that there's probably some under the ground stuff, and it's always been happening. You saw with college football in terms of recruiting players. I forgot, like there was like a documentary about SMU back in the day where they paid like for like Eric Dickerson. They bought him bought his mom a car, like bought all that stuff, and like times where it really was against the rules to do that, but everybody was doing it. And now with NIL, there's more new stuff. But yeah, I mean that's crazy to hear that. I mean, I just say rest in peace, Mike Leach. Obviously, everybody makes mistakes. Obviously, if he was locking kids in cages, that's terrible. But I don't know if that's true or not. But I do get what you're saying, and maybe there are other reasons for people to not like a certain coach. It could also be if he did something against your team that was annoying, like whatever. But yeah.